I mean, there was a new fast food restaurant opening up, and that just caused chaos. Like, everybody was queuing up for it. Phat's Boyz or Phat's Boyz or something like that. It was called PHATZ.
That's nearly the name of the podcast. That's weird, isn't it?
So should have been.
Particularly the PH and the Z.
It should have been. It should have been.
Welcome back to Phat Boyz. PHAT.
Do you know?
BOYZ.
I know somebody who is actually thinking of setting up a clothing range with that name.
Ah. They'd be careful then.
Yeah.
It might be copyrighted.
Yeah. Yeah.
How well is this? Like, you know someone? This is
Very
you.
well.
Is this you?
No.
Oh, okay. Sarah.
Basically, people like me don't like working out in the gym because the minute you go to do anything, the belly's on show. Because tops just aren't designed to be long for bigger people.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, it's a clothing range specifically for people to try and get back into the gym who feel self-conscious about how they look.
You're still not getting me to go to the gym. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
I appreciate the attempt. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I wear hats and hoodies. I cover everything up. And I play baseball. That's all I need. Right. Should we do this?
Yes.
Let's actually do this. Welcome back to Generation Cat Podcast. That's not what we called. Generation Cat Podcast.
Not that one.
Welcome back to our other podcast, the Generation Gap Podcast.
That's the one.
With my co-host, Carl Davidson-Wright.
Thank you.
Myself, Marcus, today in association with 35 Marketing. Our sponsor today, Phat Boyz. Local restaurant open now and causing chaos to the traffic in Levenshulme. Good luck, Phat Boyz. Oh, do you know, I've not had a burger or a takeaway for so long.
I'm not going to lie, it looked really good from the outside. It was packed.
Yeah, McDonald's the other day, well, I say the other day, it was last week, because we had nothing in the house and we were potentially driving back from a National Trust location, I imagine.
On a weekend?
It's
crazy.
It's usually what we're doing. So yeah, that was one of those days. But no, not had a takeaway for ages, and that's not through lack of trying. I've been probing that one, sticking the bear with a stick, just poking the bear with a poke.
No,
poking the bear. This is why we don't record these late at night. Right, let's get back on track. Catching up from last time.
Yes.
Acolyte.
Yes.
We'll get that. We can just knock that out the park.
Yeah.
Done. Shit. So, Receiver. Started watching that.
Was it not the worst ending episode ever?
See, now what they've done is they've gone, right, we're gonna tease a bunch of stuff in this first season. People are gonna love it because they're gonna be so excited for season 2. Unfortunately, they've made it so shit that I don't want there to be a season 2.
No.
So they may have shot themselves in the foot a little bit there. Yeah, at the end, I was more confused by the end of the show than I was before it started.
Yeah, I have no words for it. It ruined it for me.
In my head, it was going to be a really cool show about a young Padawan, or something like a young Padawan 100 years before. So maybe a Jedi gone rogue. Right, hang on. Let's knock this out of the park. Let's make a better show. So 100 years before the Return of the Sith and the fall of the Jedi Order, you could have done a young Padawan going through training who goes onto a mission, and something about the Jedi that told him to do something, and he decides he doesn't want to do that. So he goes against the Jedi way, and then he gets corrupted by who we find out later to be is Darth Sidious or something like that. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I'd have watched that more.
Darth Plagueis, everyone knows about. You've heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Darth Plagueis
could have done that, and they didn't. And I don't even know what they did because it was just completely irrelevant.
I watched this before you did, and I told you that you may not want to watch it. Like, just live in suspense rather than put yourself through it and feel the dismay.
Yeah, and I wish I had done.
Yeah.
I don't really, even now, I was watching it, actually physically watching it. I forced myself to sit down and watch it from start to finish and concentrate. I don't really remember what happened. And it was 6 episodes long. And 8 episodes. I don't remember. Too many.
memorable. That's it.
And then they went, even when they did the jump back in time thing with the kids again.
It was the same episode
exactly
from a different camera angle.
Same thing, yeah. It's just the same. Yeah. They filled in the gaps in the episode. Gaps that we didn't need to fill.
With the same holes.
Yeah. They just filled those, and even at the end of it, I thought, oh, this will be really interesting. You know, when she doesn't die, and I was like, oh, there's going to be something really cool that happens there. No. Spoilers. No, she just goes, oh yeah, I fell down here and got sucked into this hole. I'm like, you what?
That's how physics works.
You got what?
It is the Jedi universe. It could be how physics work. But
no. Just no.
And it just so happens it wasn't an inferno on the other end.
No.
I got out.
Yeah. Just tumbled quite nicely.
This is actually the secret.
To be fair, shouldn't complain too much because Luke survives falling down the shaft in episode 5.
Yeah.
But they at least explain that.
Gravity, at least.
Yeah, and he does sort of slide. He slowly slides, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
it's in space.
They explain it.
Yeah.
They actually explain it. Yeah. What a load of rubbish. Sorry, Acolyte.
So,
nonsense.
Yeah.
Boring.
But Disney, please do feel free to still sponsor the podcast.
We would love it. We would love you to sponsor.
That would be amazing.
I am a big fan of your parks.
There may even be a spin-off podcast for you.
With a plot. Yeah, I'm just so
Acolyte done, over. Let's never talk about that one again.
Yeah, I mean, please don't be a season 2. We don't need a season 2.
We don't need a season.
We didn't need a season 1.
Andor was the name of the other series
it was.
that you were thinking of last time, by the way.
Which I thought was
I haven't seen.
Oh, I've seen. Now that starts off a bit slow.
I only realised that I hadn't seen it once I realised what the name was.
It's quite long. It's like 12, 14 episodes or something. But it gets really good. And you know what? I don't need to sell it to you. I'm just gonna tell you one fact about that show. Andy Serkis is in it.
It's better than Acolyte.
Sold. Yeah. He's amazing. It's a brilliant show. That started off a bit slow and I was a little bit bored of it after 2 or 3 episodes. But then that really, really picks up.
Okay.
Acolyte just did this. Which is really sad.
The last episode just went off a cliff.
Yeah.
So what else did we have? You had...
I'm watching Receiver, which I didn't... I'm on the last episode, which I know the 49ers get to the Super Bowl. Wait. No, we know that anyway by the end of the... Oh, wait, do we?
Not on the episode I'm on to. No, we don't.
No. So episode 7 ends with the Lions and the 49ers. I'm saying this as if like spoilers. This is a documentary, so this is okay.
Documentary about last season.
I'm allowed to do this. Yeah, the Lions and the 49ers in the NFC Championships, AFC, one of the two. The one before the Super Bowl. What we would call a semi-final, but they have names.
Yeah, the championship of their league.
Yeah. Which you get a ring for, which I didn't know. I feel that's kind of... I wouldn't want it.
But you've still beaten everybody in your conference.
Yeah, but it's the whole point is to go and win the Super. Imagine being like, yeah, good job.
No, but it's like, don't forget, the majority of the teams don't play against each other.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, you only play someone from the other half. Well,
if you get to the Super Bowl.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That is true. Because in MLB, you play everyone now. Everyone just plays everyone, regardless of American or national.
One conference or the other conference, right. They're mix
totally separate
until the Super Bowl.
Right, okay, cool. Oh, wow. So it was really lucky that the Kelsey brothers played each other. Because they would never play each other ever again.
Oh, well. People move teams a lot.
That's true.
I don't know if you noticed, though, on the receiver and the quarterback, both of them showed it so much that the sportsmanship between the players...
It's cool, isn't it?
Is next level compared to ours, where if you're on one team, you slag off and slay everybody else. And
end of the game, you go and celebrate with your fans, and if you've lost, you walk off the field. If you're away and you lose, you go and celebrate with your fans and say thanks for coming. You don't talk to the opposition, very rarely, unless it's like international football or something, and then it's not really club. But yeah, in England, this is going to confuse you. English football. There's no the camaraderie between teams pretty much non-existent.
I would say 95. I've never seen it, so I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that it exists at some level. It's definitely not a grassroots.
I mean, God no. No, you get to a point when you got some ex-teammates, or if they play for the national team together, they'll go and say hi, that sort of thing. But no, generally there's no. But like the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper will probably go and shake hands.
But I guess with them, they never know if that team might be their team next season.
That's true, yeah.
they always seem to kind of keep these relationships open, or if they've played with somebody, it's still a good relationship that they've got.
Yeah.
Even if it's on another team. It's really nice to see.
Yeah.
And also fans can mix.
This is American football.
This is American football. Yeah. Even fans can mix in stands. Like, there's no issue about it. It's not going to be like, oh, that's going to kick off. With the majority of the teams. I was going to say, that's true for some, maybe not Philadelphia. Majority of the teams, yeah.
the Philly attitude to sport is just the best.
But there are still some rivalries that they really like to keep hold of.
Yeah.
Which
is good.
Well, that's fine. But
then in English football, there's... sort of regardless of... There's no mixing in venues, ever. There's an away end and there's a home end. And if you're a home fan in the away end, you don't wear a home shirt.
Yeah, good luck.
That would be a bad idea. It's cool seeing everybody mix. It's very much like rugby. Like rugby, you just go and sit with people because no one's a massive
I've never been to a rugby match. I'm from a rugby town, but I've never been to a rugby match.
It's good. It's a good atmosphere. It's nice. It's pretty chilled out.
I've been to an American football game.
Have you? Oh, in America. Of course you did. Yeah. I've never been to an American football game. Not here, not in America. I've been to...
College, Chapel Hill. Insane.
Yeah. The college games are ridiculous.
If you've never seen the stadium, it's next level.
It is scary when you see American college stadiums.
I went to watch that game play. Yeah, jump on.
How'd you do?
You're allowed, as a foreigner, you're allowed to jump. Went to watch a game being played there, and I've been to Old Trafford, not to see a football game, but I've been to the stadium. There's no comparison.
No. I mean, Old Trafford's a shithole anyway, regardless of what sport.
Size, sheer size and capacity.
It's next. I mean, even it's everything. It's
just a college,
but it's everything. The whole American culture is we're going to do this 150%.
Yeah.
Of what the English people do, like theme parks. I love going to Alton Towers. Don't even try and compare that to Universal Studios. Like I like a hotel, but then you go to Las Vegas. It's like okay,
your Universal, your Disney, they are next level again. You're comparing Alton Towers. That would be like Six Flags.
Yeah. But then there's Six Flags in Europe, not in England, but they do get European Six Flags. They're pretty cool. But even it's just we don't do stuff very well. I think we just sort of go, I'll do. People are like that.
That's it. That's enough.
Yeah, for a country like queuing, it's like we've given them an opportunity to go and queue. They'll love it. And we do a little bit. They do everything. Like even like you say, college baseball, high school baseball. Just for goodness sake, like my high school football team, you'd find out whether they won or not in the school newsletter that your mum read. Like, oh, did you win? Who were you playing? Westcliff. Oh, cool. What was the score? I don't care. We don't have pep rallies where everyone in the town turns up to celebrate the game that hasn't happened yet. We're going to go and play a sports game on Sunday. Let's have a massive bonfire and barbecue with 4,000 people to celebrate. It's like, you haven't done anything yet.
In my opinion, we're missing out for that.
It's so good, right? I'd love that.
Community spirit
and town camaraderie. Yeah.
It's nice to be a part of something, and our football culture isn't that.
If you're with your club, it's nice. So if you're in a big club or like, community town clubs, if you've watched the Wrexham series, like Wrexham is, the whole town is just Wrexham mad. Like you can't live there without being a Wrexham fan is what I'm gauging from their show. But then the only time you sort of talk about it is when you're with your mates at the pub or the game's on. That's it. Like there's no sort of like, right, we're playing this Sunday. We're going to have a town event. We're going to have a fair at the beginning of the day because before the match starts. Afterwards, we're going to have a barbecue, and then we're going to have none of that. It's just a case of right, let's have a chat about it. It's in the newspaper. We'll go to the game and hope we win, and then home in time for tea. Yeah. I would like to do some form of American investigative work. Just go and just enjoy the whole atmosphere of it. I don't even know who I'm supporting. It's like, go sports.
Go team.
Woo! And who do you think? And what do you think of the quarterback? I think he's a fine man who will do a very good job.
Throw.
Oh, he can throw.
He can throw.
Boy, can he throw
He knows the plays.
He can throw the old pigskin to the receivers who will receive the ball.
Yeah, the running back.
And and they will run. And the defensive players will probably defend quite well.
Yeah.
Woo! Good for you guys. Good for the Americans.
So on the receiver,
Mm.
favourite character?
Everyone's
it
favourite
is,
character.
isn't it?
It's George Kittle.
It is.
The guy's a legend.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Annoyingly, I was rooting for. I'm glad I was rooting for the Chiefs because they won. But had I known that Kittle was that much of a legend, I'd be like, "Let's go 49ers!"
I told you, it makes me want to change allegiances just for him. He's insane.
Yeah, the first thing I did was follow him and his wife because they're both amazing. Just the best people ever. And they happen to get married. That caught me as well. It's... What's the other guy who his girlfriend is there all the time? Is it Jefferson? Is he the one whose girlfriend's in it quite a lot as well?
Yeah.
Plays for the Lions.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, just the whole sort of like... Well, his dad... I don't know... How far have you got? Are you in the postseason bit yet? Okay, there's a really cute little quote coming up. And basically his dad was saying, no, women are just a distraction. You don't need women, just they're a distraction. They distract you from football. Can't be asked with it.
So we're not talking Amon Ra's dad?
Hold on. Maybe.
Amon Ra's dad is the one who's the bodybuilder.
Oh, God, is it him?
With the three sons.
Yeah,
his
Lions.
wife's German. Yes.
So not Jefferson. Who's he? Oh, he plays with the Vikings. We're very English. Right, yes. Amon Ra's dad. He was saying that, then he met her and he was like, no, she's pretty cool. And sort of accepted her as like his daughter and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, that's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that story. The same with Vikings quarterback. Or ex-quarterback is injured now.
I feel sorry for him.
What's his name?
I do feel sorry for him.
I feel terrible. He's great. Kirk Cousins.
If you watched on the quarterback, though, I don't know if you noticed, we did. Everybody else gets defended.
Does he not?
And he's just like, I don't know. Cousins just seems to get hit every time. And it's like, dude, you need a better defensive. Like,
just run backwards further.
Just look after yourself before you start throwing.
Well, he didn't, and now he's injured.
I'm not
pretty
surprised.
Much out, isn't he? But yeah, the whole I just love this culture of like traditionally English footballers were like they'd sign for a big club and then all of a sudden they've got a supermodel partner. It's like whoa,
yeah,
that's fortunate. How does that work out? But so far, every single guy who's in the NFL, his wife has been with him since he was like 11 years old, or they met in college before they were anything. And I'm like, that's just such a better way to be.
Who is the tall English footballer?
Peter Crouch. I hope that's right. He's a very tall English footballer.
I don't know.
Did the robot.
One of them...
He's got a podcast, very successful
podcast.
Got asked, what would you... what would you be if you weren't a professional footballer? That was Peter Crouch.
Was it him? Epic response.
What did he say? Go on.
Virgin.
That's such a good response.
Yeah.
That was Crouchy.
I mean, that summed it up for me. But I get what you mean. Quarterback or, football player, and then all of a sudden, but not. Yeah.
I like the... I think it was Thierry Henry, and they asked him, what would you be if you weren't a professional footballer? He said, an amateur footballer.
Nice.
That's a good answer.
Well, that's a passion.
Yeah, he's like, I love the sport. Like, whether I made it or not, I'd still be playing it.
That's good.
He is a legend. Proper legend. Have you heard of the name Thierry Henry?
I have heard of the name.
Yeah,
couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Okay. He's very French. He's a very French man. He's a very good looking French man for his age. I want to say, no, not... Oh, Christ. Is he Arsenal's top goal scorer? It's either him or Ian Wright. I can't remember which one it is.
I know Ian Wright.
Do you?
I do.
Wow.
And I could pick him out.
Arsenal legend. Big time Arsenal legend.
I don't know, but yeah.
Excellent.
Seen him on everything but football.
See, this is wrong. This is the generation gap, but the opposite way around, where I know old footballers and you're like, couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, Bruce Grobbelaar, Liverpool goalkeeper.
He gives the monkeys about Liverpool goalkeepers. Christ. God. Edison is the current goalkeeper for Liverpool.
I have no idea.
He's very good.
I thought that was the name of the park. No, that's Goodison.
That's Goodison. That's Everton.
That's Everton, yes.
Wow, you just insulted every single Liverpool and Everton supporter.
Not really. They know I don't follow football.
That's
so
true. I watched, there was a clip on there's a Liverpool tour, and they said about it goes the last time. So that's Edison Park over there. They said last time it was measured, Edison Park is 27 points away from Liverpool. Liverpool got It's such a weird rivalry. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, Liverpool, this like Champions League winning team, at one point was the best team in the world, and then there's Everton, like, yeah, we're gonna beat you, and you're not. You're just not. I love the effort. Well, they did at the end of this season, but it was just like, no, it's like David and Goliath. If David didn't get a sword,
I mean,
and was tied to the floor.
You know, my football knowledge is nil and none. Do they not play in the same league? Everton and Liverpool? I don't know. So.
Everton have gone up and down. Liverpool generally for a while have stayed quite happily in the Premier League and have won it and all that sort of stuff under Jurgen Klopp. Everton, did they get relegated this season?
I would not know.
I don't remember. They may or may not be in the Championship. They were in the Premier League. They may or may not. They may still be there. I can't really remember whether they got relegated or not.
Okay.
It's the third team. I think it was, Luton got relegated again, which is a shame because they've gone from non-football league to the Premier League in 5 seasons or 6 seasons. They've just gone win, 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 win. Big boys. Their stadium is literally on the back of houses. You have to go up through these houses on these metal staircase to get to the way end. So you can imagine all these like world-class football. Haaland had to go to Luton Town and get changed in what we probably would have got changed in when we were kids. Because that's what the ground, they haven't developed anything because they've just not had time. They've just gone straight up through the rankings, which is really cool. But now they're back in the Championship, which even for them is like, sweet, all right, we'll sit in the Championship then. Didn't think we'd get this far anyway. But fair play to them. I watched quite a lot of losing games last year because I was kind of hoping they'd stay up. I was kind of rooting them for a bit. They were losing to big teams by a goal, like every time, right to the end. Like Arsenal scored, I think it was Davidson-Wright scored the 95th minute to make it 4-3. It's like, that's pretty good going. Like, we were beating teams 4-5-0, and Luton almost had us to a point.
What I should do at this stage, though, now is make you give a prediction for the Super Bowl next time.
Next time, Chargers win.
No, I mean realistic.
Oh, realistically.
So,
oh, okay. Yeah. Realistically. You want to see the Chiefs back. What you want to do is you want to get that really big hype and get the Chiefs back and then beat them. So it would be lovely to have 49ers Chiefs again and then let the 49ers have their moment. But because then either way, it's a winner. They either go 3-time, which has never been done. I can't remember what they said. Maybe never been done. Or they'll be matching someone else who's done it. But or you go Steelers because having watched Receiver now, it's like they are so deserving. But then you watch any of them, like the Lions, they went to the postseason. 49ers, sorry, I keep getting the 49ers and Steelers mixed up. Don't know why. But yeah, like the Lions, it's like, yeah, they deserve a shot because I just really like the guys who are playing for them. I said to Tia, I was like, they should at the beginning of every season just have everyone followed. Just send out a camera crew and follow everybody. Because they're all just the loveliest human beings in the world, and they're all trying their absolute hardest.
We know they're not all, but sucks. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, most of them are the nicest people in the world. And it's just such a shame. I cannot wait for them to do an MLB version. Please make a camera crew follow Mike Trout or Shohei.
I'm thinking I'm going to go Eagles, I think.
You're going to get back?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not who I'm going to support, but I just got a feeling
I reckon the Eagles. And
they had such a big hype. No, I think they're going to win.
Oh, you're going to win it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they had such a big hype and they loved winning it so much and they were so gutted. I think it'll be a comeback story.
Yeah, it's a shame because the whole Kelsey thing's over now, isn't it? So if they did go and win it now, I'd be a little bit heartbroken that just hang in there for one more year, big man. Come on, please. Although, to be fair, Kylie Kelsey is fantastic, and if she ever told me to do something, I'd be like, okay, whatever you say. You're a legend. I like the fact that, again, another example of just a dude and his wife, and she's awesome, just living their lives. It's like, oh, you're super famous, but like They don't even now, like with all the fame and everything that's going on.
I mean, for stuff like that though, I don't know if you. Yeah, you will know, like Tim McGraw and all those, the country singers, like ridiculous money. Obviously, country music, massive,
big
America.
Mm-hmm.
But we watched some kind of documentary on McGraw, and he's just a down to earth guy.
Yeah. Isn't Travis Kelce's girlfriend? She's a singer or something, isn't she?
So I've heard
she's some sort of country singer.
Fairly famous.
I think I followed her on Instagram because she was going out with Travis.
Yeah,
that's cool. She seems nice. She's like a nice girl. Oh, she's friends with Ed Sheeran. We like
take your word for that.
Shut up. Do you not know? You know Ed Sheeran?
I know Ed Sheeran.
Good.
I didn't know they were friends.
Yeah, they're buddies. I
mean, are they buddies or are they just, they know each other?
No, they're friends. He turned up on stage as a surprise. So she was doing a song. He's dressed up as a clown for one of her. She's a toy soldier, and they're all like clowns and ballerinas and stuff. So she's sort of dancing along, singing along, looks to the right, looks to the left, looks back to the left. It's like, what? And carries on singing. Ed's there like, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, that's really sweet. Yeah, no. When they were younger, they've known each other for a long, long time. From what I've seen, of course, it's all American media, so it could be a load of nonsense. But certainly, it looks like they're pretty close.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to talk about American politics.
No, that's not really for this channel. No, we could, but we wouldn't get many fans. No one would. I wouldn't listen to us ranting on about American politics. To be fair,
there's not a lot to say.
No, it's all a bit much. Good for you guys.
So what else?
Oh, right. That's what I was going to say. Right. So, I need your help. I need advice because you know the area quite well. I want to do, these videos that you see where everything looks like toys from above. Yeah. I've just figured out, having owned this camera for 3 months, 4 months. How old am I? 30. No, 3 months. I've just figured out how to actually do it. I could take still photos of it. I was like, oh, that's not really the point.
Doesn't give the effect.
No. So I was like, do I have to just stand there and hold the button for 20 minutes while it does lots and lots of photos and stick it all together? No, there is a way to do it, and I figured it out. Now I want to go and film something really cool somewhere, and I've spent 3 days trying to figure out where the heck I'm supposed to go and do this. Airport was the first thought, but you had to be up, sort of looking down, and I'm like, unless you go and sit in the top of a hotel like hallway, it's not really anything. I don't know the airport well enough to know anywhere. I was like, maybe I was like on a big hill overlooking a city. Don't know anything like that. I was thinking like top of a building over Manchester. That'd be cool. But again, it's like I don't really know anywhere with a decent view.
Really?
Well, there's where we work, but that's just a street.
No.
Wait,
you can't think of a big tall building anywhere in Manchester.
Well, yeah, you got like the restaurant things and but I don't want to go and spend 50 quid on a restaurant meal just so I can put my camera up.
Go during the day and have a drink.
Yeah.
Bar 20, Cloud 23. I don't know what it's called, but
yeah, I was thinking that one. But it just seems a little bit fancy. I'm not that fancy. I feel a bit weird, sort of just propping my camera up, and be like, "Hi guys." So yeah, I think because like if I was in Essex, I'd go down to the seafront, and then I could sit on the seafront, set it up with the pier, and then you could see the little train coming up and down. It would look like a toy train.
You do need that top-down view, don't you? So you need something pretty high up. I don't know any other elevation points that would help me.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
You can't go to the airport really now, and
there's a viewing area, but it's
off,
flat.
Yeah, it's off the side.
Yeah, so you just have the plane really not far too close.
I will have a think.
Yeah,
I will have.
Anyone listening, send me a message if you know me, or leave a comment because I am at a complete loss. And it's bugging me now because now I know how to do it. I'm like, yeah, I want to go and do it, but I can't because there's no way to do it. That was my question to you. Good luck. That's on you now. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah. Now there's something that we do need to sneak into the podcast because we've done 4 of these now and we haven't talked about it yet. The Walt Disney World Company and the Walt Disney World Park. I'm a big fan.
Really?
I'm a pretty big fan of the parks. To a fault, maybe.
To be fair, we both are. You just take it to the extreme.
It's a bit. It's a Mastermind. Anyone seen Mastermind? You see Mastermind? It's my Mastermind question, no doubt. Like if I go on Mastermind, it's like right. What year was 71? And 71 October 1st, 1971. Magic Kingdom opened. Epcot 82.
Before meeting you,
yep,
I thought I was a Disney fan.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
So we need to scatter it in so we can get
just
sponsored
looking
by
at your
Disney.
bookshelf there with the Walt Disney biography.
I do have the Walt Disney biography. I read half of that, just below my original Winnie the Pooh book that I got when I was christened,
which you read half of as well.
I've read that through a few times.
Okay.
I actually, there's some pages in there. I made a piece of music based on one of the Winnie the Pooh poems. Like there's a little poemy thing in it, and it's late. I'm keeping you up. It is late actually, considering we normally film this at about 5 o'clock. It's 9, but we do anything for our fans.
It was Wednesday.
6 of them.
We had to do it on a Wednesday.
We have to do it on a Wednesday, even though you're actually off tomorrow.
I am off tomorrow,
but we post on a Thursday. Yes, I made a little. I made a piece of music based on how many letters there were in each word, was what note you'd play, and the spaces and the full stops were bar lines and all that sort of boring stuff. It sounded dreadful, really did, but it got me a first.
It's a good idea.
I
like your idea.
Yeah. I did lots of weird stuff like that. I did something called the Phonetic Series, which was Alpha through to Echo. It was all music based on equations and patterns. So I didn't know what it would sound like. Yeah, I didn't know what it sounded like. It gets better. I didn't know what it would sound like until it was played. And it was written for a duo called Scapegoat, which was an Australian guy and a French guy. So they turned out one plays saxophones and one plays percussion. So I wrote it for marimba and saxophone. And I walked in, and the French guy was very polite and lovely. And the Australian guy went, "All right, guys, it's good to meet you guys. First question. Now I'm going to say the word punts because I can broadcast that word." He walked in, he was like, "Hi guys, yeah, we're Scapegoat, nice to meet you." So he shook hands, he went, "Right, which one of you punts wrote the phonetic one?" And I'm like, "That was me." He went, "Oh, right." I think his exact word was "dickhead." It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I've seen all your work and it's very impressive, thank you.
This won't be.
My professor's sort of looking at me like, "What did you do? What have you done?" It sounded it did sound really, really cool, to be fair, but it was not easy music to play at all. It was very, very difficult to play. They did an amazing job, to be fair. Yeah, they were funny. Nearly every other word was punt. Like we went out for lunch with them. He just didn't stop swearing, this Australian guy. They were good laugh. Good for them. I think they're still going. They usually come back every year to the university I went to do the same sort of workshop. So sorry to them. If by some miracle the guys who in Scapegoat end up listening to this podcast,
#Scapegoat,
I'm very sorry. That was on me. Yeah. That was good. That was a good day.
Where were we before that? Walt Disney World. Go on.
Walt Disney World. I just need to somehow scatter it into conversation. So when we start doing homework, we can pick up and stuff. So I'm going to bombard you with some Walt Disney World questions.
Okay.
And I'm going to judge you entirely on your answers.
I'm kind of excited.
So
Walt Disney or Disney?
The Disney World, the parks in general.
I haven't been.
We can throw Universal in there if you want. Happy to throw Universal into the mix.
I haven't been to Disney World since the year that Animal Kingdom opened.
Oh, I want to say 2000.
I want to say 1999.
Oh, 99. Oh my God. Could be.
So yeah, 25 years since I've been to Disney World, so my answers may be out of date.
Wow. Do you keep up on it? You talk to me quite a lot, like you know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I love knowing about it.
Throwing the watch on the sofa.
Good shot.
On the floor. Yep, that was good.
Okay, go on.
It's a good shot. It's a massive sofa and it's about 4 feet wide.
It sounded like it landed on it until it fell off. It's a good job you don't play sports.
I was going to say, I literally play a game where I have to throw a ball accurately into a small glove. I just missed the sofa. Right, quick fire. Favourite park?
Favourite park?
Favourite park. Animal Kingdom, because it's new. It's just recently opened.
No, it would have to be Harry Potter Universal.
Oh, good shout. That's the reason Tia wants
because
to
I
go.
haven't seen it,
and
I really want to see it.
So we're
From what I have seen, favourite park has to be the Magic Kingdom.
probably
I love the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
It's like listening. It's like listening to my wife right now.
When it walks into MGM, it's like ooh. When you walked into Epcot, it's like ah. When you walked into Magic Kingdom, like it's like a hug.
You said MGM.
Oh, it was when I went.
There was a big blue hat, wasn't there, when you went?
Yes.
It's gone. It's just the Chinese theatre. Great movie ride in the Chinese theatre. Gone. That's now
Tower of Terror.
Still there.
Thank
You're
you.
right. You're right. I did get that recently tattooed, so yeah, it's not that. It's definitely still there.
But they are closing it, aren't they?
No.
I thought they were moving it.
No, so they changed the California one to Guardians of the Galaxy something Breakout.
Oh, okay. I thought they were moving.
Mission Breakout, something like that. It's changed. So it's the same ride system, but it's a different ride entirely.
Okay.
And it's not random, which I thought was one of the best things about it. It's totally random.
You never knew.
Yeah, but now you do. In California, it's the same. You go to certain floors at certain times, and they play certain like videos of the Guardians, which kind of I'm like, that's kind of a shame.
Yeah, so it would be the Harry Potter because I really want to go and see that.
So we've planned our trip, which is going to be not this January but next January. We start with the 4 Disneys because obviously, and then Tia's like, I said, right, what park do you want to do next? She went, Harry Potter. I was like, that's 2 parks. She went, don't care. We're going to walk straight through one, whatever park it is. We're going to walk straight through it.
Yep.
Don't just look left and right. Keep going. I want to do all the Harry Potters. I'm like, fair play. So we're going to start at Universal, do the London stuff, get on the Hogwarts Express, and do the Islands of Adventure stuff. I'm like, cool. Love it.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. Great plan. Yeah, same thing. I'm like, so there's other stuff there, Shrimp. Don't care. Until I've done Harry Potter, don't give a monkeys. I don't give a monkeys what's there.
Islands of Adventure, I think, had just opened when I went last.
That's one of my favourites. Yeah.
It was good. Didn't get to do a lot of the roller coasters.
Yeah. Oh, there was Dueling Dragons at the time, wasn't there?
It was Dueling Dragons. Didn't get to do that.
That was good. Right?
Did all the usual kind of shows and stuff. Yeah, it was only there for a day.
You could probably get it done in a day if you got to be quite early and finish late and be quite lucky. But you could, Obviously, the big one now is the Velocicoaster, which is in the Jurassic Park.
It's a word.
It's a heck of a name. Yeah. So they initially brought out. They were like, "Oh, we're not sure what it's going to be." They've just signed permits for a Velocicoaster. So we're thinking it's going to be like it's like a Jurassic Park thing. They'll bring out the real name near at the time. It's the Velocicoaster. You can all shut up. Okay? That's what we're calling it. Cool. Stick to your guns. It's apparently the best roller coaster in America. According to all the people that I watch on vlogs and things and live my life vicariously through, they all say the same thing. It's just ridiculously good.
I think, yeah, I'm going to stick with those 2.
Good shout.
Let's say Disney, non-Disney.
Epcot's my favourite. I don't know why.
I love going round Epcot. I think it's fantastic. I just think, for me, growing up, we used to get VHS videos through the post, and
I've watched all of them.
It was always kind of the Magic Kingdom, and these other parks.
Oh yeah. Oh, forgot to mention we've also got other stuff.
It was that. Yeah. But I think when I got to see it, it was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Like I'm here now.
Yeah.
And also, I went with my granddad, and they went 1980.
So that was just Magic Kingdom.
And he was telling me like, oh, me and your granddad, we sat here, we had a photo taken here, and we did this, and he was telling me what it was like 19 years prior, and it was really nice. It was good. And obviously the others weren't really too much there in the 80s.
See, I blame my parents because they'd never been before. And then in 2004, we went for the first time, so I was 10. And obviously when you're 10 years old, I'm like, this is fun. Cool. And then you go back to school and you sort of forget about it. And then in 2006, we went again. And then in 2008, we went again. And in 2012, when I was there for my 18th birthday, not drinking on my 18th birthday. That was fun. And then not getting ID'd on the flight back when I bought a bottle of whiskey. I was like, I can buy a drink. So I was like, I'll have one Jack Daniels, please. And she went, yep, thank you. I was like, no, ID me. So yeah, that was entirely their fault. They're the ones who just drilled it into my brain. And I think I'm just a little bit dull. Maybe that's the other reason I like it.
Dull about Disney.
Disney adults were the best. And yeah, hence Angels of Anaheim. Originally owned by Disney, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
When they won the World Series, they were owned by Disney. I don't really know how. We've never been very good. We had a 5-year stretch of being pretty good, and then we won the World Series.
Locality, that's it.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, favourite ride then? That's a tricky one because they're obviously all changing and stuff. But Magic Kingdom's been pretty consistent with it.
So, yeah, I think I can say the extraterrestrial alien encounter because
Wow.
we didn't get to go on that one.
Didn't get to do that.
So,
Nope.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was there.
It was scary. So,
yeah.
as a child, it was scary.
It was
And I
there
think that
in
was cool.
2004. It was there, but I didn't do it. My parents, because apparently it was like, don't do it if you're a child. It's pretty scary. So we didn't.
Yeah, I don't know how they got away with it originally, to be fair. Because it was like the alien in the, I mean, you know, in the central
chamber. Yeah, a little bit in the middle.
That then explodes. You get the draft and you hear glass and all over, and then it runs around the theatre, hits your shoulder straps, they go down, it starts licking you behind the neck and hissing behind your feet. It's it's in pitch black. It's a full.
So I didn't know what it was really about, but so did you not do Stitch's Great Escape?
That's what it became.
Yeah, that wasn't much better because as a child hated that. Terrifying because Stitch is in the middle and the animatronics there.
Imagine that without the fun, cute Stitch.
I didn't enjoy it as
alien.
A kid. The worst bit was at one point he was like, chili dog. I can apparently do a Stitch impression quite well. That was different. Wasn't expecting that. He was like, chili dog, and then he eats the chili dog and then he burps in your face and they spray the smell of chili dog. That genuinely made me gag. I'm like, that's horrendous. Who's sitting there designing it going, do you know what they'll love? Do you know what they'll love? If they think someone's burped directly in their face. It's like, lovely.
No,
yeah, that was awful. I think I rode it maybe once.
So, just again. Imagine that, but with none of the cute, funsy thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. And as a child, I was 16 when we first went on that. Just a child. All of the adult actors in there all panicking and running around. You're like, I don't know if this is real. Why are you all acting so well? That was scary. It was more fun the second time round when I went back, but
no,
that was a good ride.
Didn't enjoy that one so much. It does remind me. Dad was on. We did the Tough to Be a Bug, which is the one that's in the Tree of Life.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point the spiders run under your feet, and that totally freaked me out as a kid. It's a cool effect, but it does get you. And then something, I think someone web sprays you or something, or like the stink bug sprays you with water or something. So we're all sort of screaming, going, Dad's like, you all right? We're like, that was gross. We're coming out, that was disgusting, that was awful. He came out sort of going, I don't think my chair was working. What? Turns out his leg was up and he was holding what was like a popcorn bucket thing or a lunchbox or something.
So this is just dripping.
Where the spray, and it was soaking wet. He's like, oh. so he defended himself quite nicely.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not a bad little trick. Similar to holding the spray that they use in Figment, Journey into Imagination. That gets me. That makes me feel pretty sick as well, smelling that. Because I know it's like a fake, it's a skunk and it's supposed to smell like, it's a skunk. But I clearly don't have I gag quite easily at pretty poor smell. Or even just the thought of bad smells makes you feel a little bit.
Yeah, you are bad for it.
I'm like, no, thank you.
Just like when I keep bringing sweets for you to try.
Yeah. They're always laced.
I'm a ginger fan.
I know when they're bad because your daughter goes, Marcus, you can have it. And she stares at me. I'm like, why are you staring at me? She's like, no reason. And you're sort of like giving me a sweet, and then you're staring at me. I'm like, this is going to hurt, isn't it? This is going to be really painful.
None of them really hurt you that much.
It's the chili ones that got me. You were crying. I'm like, why? Why is this fun? Why did you spend your money on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ginger one was...
Maybe we should bring one of those next week.
Which reminds me, Tia's going to be a special guest. We're just going to feed her things every month. Try this and watch her run out of throwing up. That's the end of that segment. If you'd like to sponsor Tia Vomiting, please get in touch. Yeah, awful sweets. Yeah.
Although you have made me remember another one in Disney. Was the I don't know the name of it, but where the room rotates Hall of Presidents.
The room rotates.
Is it the Hall of
Council of
Presidents?
Progress. There is a Hall of Presidents, but that
does the Hall of
no, that's a sit down, and then it starts with Jefferson maybe in the middle, and then the curtains open and all the presidents are sitting down like in front of you. The Carousel of Progress is the one where you sit and then you move. It rotates every like 5 minutes. It was the
Carousel of Progress.
Yeah.
And it broke.
Oh no!
Only broke to the point where we couldn't get off, so we just kept going round and going round. And going
it's
round.
A great big beautiful
It was like,
tomorrow.
I know the speech now. And I think it was late at night as well. I remember it was dark out. So it was definitely dark by the time we got out. Yeah.
That was always the last ride we did before we left.
Yeah.
We always went and did Carousel of Progress before we left on the last day. Yeah, so you're complaining about being stuck on it. I listened to that audio on the train to work because I'm like, I'm bored. I'm going to stick on the Carousel of Progress. I listen all about how the world's developed in the last however many years. Yeah, that's a good one. That was one of Walt Disney's originals. That was taken to the World's Fair. I watched documentary. There was that one. There was the car one, which was about dinosaurs and things, which sort of made it back but didn't really make it back. And Small World. That's the one. I don't listen to that. My brother outright refuses to go on that. He hates it. We joke about it. He's like, yeah, but you do it. He's like, no, I will not do that ride. I will not go if you force me.
Because of the earworm? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I can't imagine it's because he's scared of it. I mean, they're a little bit creepy, the little puppets. I think they're very cute, but I can sort of see why people might be a little bit creeped out by them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just the earworm. And weirdly, I don't know, it wouldn't have been there. There's a ride called The Mummy, based on the 1999? 2005? I don't remember what it was. The Brendan Fraser movie. You're looking at me funny.
I didn't know that was Disney. What?
It's not. It's Universal.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes more sense.
And there's one scene in that which just gets to him. Like, he does everything. Absolutely everything. He loves roller coasters. He will not do that ride. He doesn't go upside down or anything. I think there's a scene with bugs that come down the wall, or like there's the roof sets itself on fire at one point, so it's literally just naked flames, like 15 feet above your head. And for whatever reason, he just no, thank you. Like I've never really known to be afraid of anything, and just that just gets to him. Well, that's really weird. I don't really know why that happens.
Inherent fear.
Yeah, I don't know. Something must.
He must have done it at least once.
He's done it once. Yeah.
He just want to do it.
He did it at the time when he was younger. He's just like, no, thank you. Nope, scared of that. Even now, he's like, wouldn't do it. I'm like, but you've done everything. Like, you've done friggin' Orange Mission Space and
yeah. I was quite sad as well. I like the hydroponics and stuff in.
Yes, that's another one that I actually listened to.
I can sit there and ask questions. Tell me science. Feed me facts. That I enjoyed.
Yeah,
I think I'm probably the only person who enjoys that ride.
Living with the Land.
Yeah,
Living with the Land is one of my top 5 rides.
People do
the Walt Disney World company. Yeah.
I find it really enjoyable.
I listen to the audio because again, I'm going through it, and in my head, I'm like, that's so clever. That's genius with the fish farms, and then they use the fish farms underneath to populate the use
the
for
nitrogen and
for the plants, and then the plants then obviously then feed that back into the fish farms. It's like, that's so good. That's so clever. And they grow root vegetables vertically because it means they can drip water from the top down and then recycle said water. So none of it's being wasted. It's all being absorbed by the plants. Wow, this got boring fast. But this is what we're here for.
That's what you get for two geeks.
We're part of this now. You're in it. You've subscribed. Gina, there's that. So top 5, there's that one in it. Easy. I could just sit on Living with the Land all day. Just go around in circles. It's just so good. And the People Mover. I love the People Mover. You just sit and it may have not. Would it have been there?
It doesn't ring a bell.
It's in Tomorrowland, and it's just a tour. It's got the highway and the sky, and you just get in it, and it just takes you around. It's like for people watching, and you just go around. It gives you like a tour of all the different things that are in Tomorrowland, and it sits you back.
I think that was that. I don't remember it being.
It's like a monorail thing, but open top, and I love that.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
Yeah, I get that sit down. But
no, probably. You just sit and just go and.
We have hours and hours and hours of camcorder footage.
See, I don't know where any of mine is. I'm very tempted to find. My dad threw it away. He did ask me if I wanted it, and I said no at the time because I thought, why would I want the 90s camcorder? And now I'm here like, you idiot. Pass Marcus, you fool. I do want to pick up like an old 90s camera and take it with me, just for the nostalgia.
Just for the shoulder ache.
Yeah. His one was a JVC, and it was about so big, and you do the flap and hold it with the side, and it was literally, you had a button, you could slide it right to zoom in, slide it left to zoom out, and that was the button.
Yeah,
that was all it was.
Yeah.
There was an on-off button, and there was this is the button you press to record button. You couldn't tamper with any settings or anything like that. There was a microphone somewhere on it. God knows where it was.
Right at the front, little black thing
in the front. Yeah. And that was it. And I was like, God, I remember that. That was so good. Oh, nostalgia.
It's almost like this podcast. It's called the Generation Gap Podcast.
Podcast. Sponsored by Fat Burgers. That wasn't it. Fat Boys. Yeah. I kind of want to go now. I might get a little Fat Boys thing. Oh, I was going to get for the laptop. I was going to put the laptop here because it looks professional with the sticker of our podcast logo on it. And the guy said, "Oh yeah, I'll get that done by Wednesday. Yeah, just send it over." So I did. He didn't get back to me. I'm going somewhere else. Sod him. I'll take my business elsewhere, sir. You could have made £15.75 off of me, and he didn't. Fool. Oh well. But I feel like we're upgrading. What do you think of the mics, though? They're pretty good, right?
Well, hopefully the audio quality is better, and you don't hear me every 2 minutes.
People not watching the YouTube video and just listening to the podcast in their headphones. All they've heard for the last 20 minutes is because I accidentally nudged a cable or something down there. I didn't realise. Welcome to the Generation Gap Podcast. It'll be good. Oh God, we need to round it up because, well, not only has it been 55 minutes that I've been recording this audio for, but I want to go to bed at some point.
We can't stop yet.
What have we got to do?
No homework.
Oh my God, no homework. Well, we need to finish Receiver. That's
not homework. That's a joy.
I don't really know what else. Well, what else is there? There's nothing new coming out. The only thing. Oh, do you know what we should do as our blooming homework? And this will give us something to talk about next time. Finish A Way Out. We started the game A Way Out. For those of you who know what it is, it's a 2-player game. You have to play it 2 players.
I mean, we could, or we could do No Way Out. Is it not that?
Is it No Way Out?
Is it A Way Out? I don't know anymore. It's been that long since
it has been that long. It's been installed and uninstalled and reinstalled
worries
and
me
uninstalled.
That you've said that we should finish it.
Yeah, we didn't finish it.
Yeah, I don't finish games.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember it.
I remember getting to the point. See, we got out of the prison.
We're in a caravan.
That's what I remember.
Park,
yeah, and we're planning to kill someone.
I don't know.
That's it. All I remember is I was determined to get 180 on the darts. And I got it. Woo. Yeah.
I mean, we can try and play.
We've got to finish that. We really have got to finish that game.
We can try and play.
No Way Out. I think you are right. I think it's No Way Out. I think. We'll confirm that next time.
Yeah.
That's got to be our homework because it's been our homework essentially for 2 years.
It's much easier to watch something.
It is much easier to watch something.
It's much easier. It's much easier to watch something, Marcus.
Right, our homework is to watch someone play No Way Out, so at least we know how it ends.
What else have I watched recently? We watched the Simone Biles biography.
I haven't seen that yet, but I very much like to.
It's only 2 episodes.
She's pretty cool. Pretty
2
cool cat.
episodes.
You know, I'll watch the Simone Biles one. You can watch the Shohei Ohtani documentary.
Okay.
Because that's also very, very impressive.
Does it have the thing that I sent you today? Because I thought that was absolutely amazing.
Remind me.
The video.
Oh, no, the marketing strategy.
That is insane.
Yeah. Carl sent me that. If you haven't seen this, Shohei Ohtani hit, was it Bud Light? Or no, what was it? Asahi or Coors? Coors Light banner and broke one of the panels. So they brought out a special edition marketing thing where the bottle had a little pixel missing out of it, and it just went mad. Obviously in Japan it blew up, and it's so simple but just so good. And Mike Carl was like, have you seen this? I went, have I seen this? I own 35 marketing. The number 35 comes from the baseball jersey I wear, which is number 35. Yes, I've seen this video. Funnily enough, it has come across my algorithm.
Facebook know what they're doing.
Which is funny because your algorithm is my algorithm, but about 3 months behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are yet to send me a video I haven't already seen.
I'm living in the past.
Oh, it's funny. I feel so bad. Sometimes I just pretend like I'm not seeing it. I'm like, oh, this is really interesting, Carl. Thanks for sending me this.
Again.
And then sometimes I'm a bit obvious with it. When I don't open it, I just reply with, that's good. Like a 7-minute video. Yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah. Where is the Shohei?
Disney Plus.
Okay, I will watch that.
They will be our sponsors. I'm determined to make Disney Plus somehow get some sort of sponsorship for Disney.
#Shohei.
Yeah. Be the first English podcast not about baseball to be sponsored by the MLB.
You don't care if we're sponsored as long as you get a mention.
I just want to meet Shohei Ohtani. I just want to see him.
Just respond anything to the podcast, please.
Even if someone just shows him a picture of our podcast and he looks and goes, huh? Like, that'll do. Sold. I'm in his life. Oh, it's getting a bit sad now, isn't it? Let's go before I embarrass myself any further with my man crush on Mr. Ohtani.
All good.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for coming. We'll sign off. Music starts playing over our heads now, which is nice. See you later, everybody. We post on Thursdays. We record on Wednesdays, regardless of the time, apparently. Please subscribe to all of our channels. We are now available, very excitingly, everywhere. You can get us on Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
I downloaded a new podcast
everything
today and just...
we're on it, aren't we?
We were top.
Everywhere. Yeah. The only... TuneIn is the only one we're not on because it doesn't exist anymore. Alexa, tune in. It said, yep, no, we're not accepting new podcasts because it's all broken. We'll let you know when it's fixed. So that's the only one we're not on because it isn't actually working. Wherever you're getting your content from us, please like and subscribe if you can. Leave a comment because we like to read those.
And go to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube because you can actually see our faces. We also have a TikTok and Instagram.
Ooh, it's like we've got a marketing company.
Oh, that's enough. Goodbye, everyone.